Hello my great people, my name is Anthony. Welcome back to this video. So today is on Wednesday, and as usual we do upload a video on Wednesday. This is just to give you an update on what market has done. That is from our previous analysis on Sunday. So today we normally give the update on what has happened and what we anticipate to happen for the next remaining days of the week. So for those who are tuning in, so don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, don't forget to comment, leave a comment on the description of the video, and uh, and also don't forget to turn on the notification bell so that you'll be the first person to be notified immediately upload a new video. So without wasting time, let's dive in to the charts. So here with me, I have few pairs that I would like us to do the analysis today. And starting with the DXY, you want to see what the DXY has done and what we are maybe hoping the DXY will do for the remaining days of the week. Now, here we are on the daily chart. We are on the daily chart. For some few weeks, like 2 weeks, we saw that DXY gave us this change of character to the downside, and we had some small pullback, and it seems now the market is a little bit trying to trade the downside. But now, although still we were anticipating that the market should push a little bit higher, and also I'm still expecting the market to push a little bit higher, at least to come, because we know from the knowledge that we know you know that once the market takes out, sorry for that, once the market takes out the external structure, we expect the pullback to take out at least one of the internal structure, and the internal structure that is visible here, it is this high here. So at least we expected the market to push a little bit higher, take out this liquidity, and react from somewhere above here, and from there now we can start selling to the downside. So I'm still hoping that the DXY will push a little bit higher and take out this inducement here, this minor inducement, and then from there, if we get a change of character from the lower time frame, now we can still push to the downside. But now remember, that is just what we are anticipating. Remember, the market is always right, and the market will do whatever it wants to do. If the market will still continue dropping from this area, there is no problem. Maybe the market wants to create a major inducement. If the market pushes to the downside here and breaks this low, that now means we'll have a major inducement. Maybe from there, the market will push a little bit higher to take out that major inducement and then continue pushing to the downside. So from what we were anticipating from our previous analysis, we marked this fair value gap. So from our previous analysis, we marked this fair value gap here, and we were expecting the this pair to react from there and push to the upside. So it tried to react from there. From yesterday's candle, we saw this rejection candle. So I was hoping today we'll have more push to the upside, but now it seems like the market is pushing a little bit down to this indecision candle. You see here we have this indecision candle, which is our order block. And from what I can see currently, the DXY is rejecting from that area. But still, remember we have 11 hours to go before this candle closes, so we cannot conclude that now the DXY has rejected from this area. So we have to wait and see. Maybe tomorrow, after this candle closes, we'll see what the market will do. But now the lower time frame will tell us whether now we'll have a change of character here to start continue to push to the upside. So now pushing to the lower time frame, the 4-hour time frame, you can see 4-hour time frame is currently bearish. 1-hour time frame, 1-hour time frame is still bearish. So 1-hour time frame is still bearish. So the Euro USD is making a series of higher lower highs and lower lows. So we have at least break of structure here. So the confirmation that we will have that we are ready to at least push higher, it's when this high gets taken out, because this is our last lower high. If maybe we'll have something like this, we'll see DXY pushing to break, sorry, pushing to break this high, then we'll wait for a pullback, and then continue buying to the upside. So until then, we are still bearish on the DXY. So bearing that on mind, let's go to Euro USD and see what the Euro USD is doing. So let me go to the daily time frame. So the same thing, you can see here we have this daily order block here on the Euro USD. We have this daily order block around this area, and the market is tapped there on Monday. On Tuesday we had a reaction, that is yesterday, and today we are still having a reaction from there. But from what I can see is that it's like the Euro USD is consolidating within this area. So if we go down to the lower time frame, that is 4-hour time frame, from the 4-hour time frame, we can define this order block to this rejection candle here. We have this rejection candle, which is our order block. You can see what I was telling you. You can see the Euro USD is currently consolidating within that area, so it is not picking any direction. So for now, I would like to stay away from the Euro USD and see what the Euro USD will do on this area now, because we don't have any structure on this area. Even if you go to 30 minutes time frame, you can see it is just bouncing within this area. So let's wait and see what the Euro USD will do. If maybe I was hoping the Euro USD will push a little bit higher. This is what I was hoping. Let me remove this. So my anticipation was, I was expecting to see something like this. Euro USD pushing higher to take out this high, and then from there maybe it pushes down to break this low, and that's when we will get what we call a change of character. Then now we wait for a pullback to appear high above here, then take that sales to the downside. But let's see, even if we just break to the downside here, we will just wait and see the good structure that the market is going to form within that area. That is, if you are not in my free Telegram channel, make sure to find the link on the description of this video. Make sure to join, because that's where I will send the update once I see any good structure on Euro USD. So currently we don't have anything good on Euro USD. Going now to GBP USD. At least on GBP USD, I had something good. We have a good structure on GBP USD. So I had this order block here from the 4-hour time frame. You can see I had that order block there. So yesterday after we had this first tap to our order block, so I moved to the lower time frame, that is 15 minutes time frame, and I saw something within this area. So we had some kind of change of character within this area, because you can agree with me, we had this break of structure here, and then I think there are those people who used this one as our market structure shift, like that. We had a change of character down there, and then after that we saw the Euro GBP USD coming to this area here. We had some kind of order block here. We had some kind of order block here. But for me, I was a little bit skeptical about this trade. I didn't take this trade, and I'm going to give you a reason shortly. So we have an order block around there. So I think that those people who took this trade, stop loss above here, and then take profit 1:3. And I think if you took that trade, I think you got something from that, if you used this one as a change of character. So for me, I didn't take that trade, and I had a reason for that. So if I open my trading session, there is something I saw here. You can see, for me, when the London opened, after this break of structure, you see the market left these equal highs above here. Even the Asia high was not taken. The Asia high was not taken. The London was a bit slow, so there was nothing on a London session. So we got this change of character after the end of the session, London session. So although this happened during the New York session, open New York session, but now you can see our PO high was above here. So at least now I didn't take that trade, because I was expecting this high. I was expecting a market to push a little bit higher, take out these highs, and then push the downside to break this low. And also, if you look from down here, Yet another reason, if you look from down here, the market was mitigating everything. So I was expecting at least the market to take out this low. I wanted to see the market taking out this low. At least that one could have added me a confidence that now the GBP USD is ready to push down. Because if you look down here below this low, there was a fair value gap. So I was a little bit skeptical, and I thought maybe the GBP USD is coming to react from somewhere here. And exactly that's what the GBP USD did. Came, filled this fair value gap, and reacted from this order block and continue pushing from there. You see? So that is why I didn't take that first entry within that area. Now, let me remove this. So that means GBP USD is not currently ready to go bearish. So I'm still watching GBP USD. Let me show you what I'm watching. Let me turn off that. So I've refined my order block from the 2-hour time frame. If you refine your order block to 2-hour time frame, you can see we have that candle here, that indecision candle, and you can see now the GBP USD has tapped to that area. If we go to 1-hour time frame here, you can see we have a break of structure. So this is what I'm waiting. I'm waiting GBP USD to break this low. This low. This is the low that I'm watching. This low here. If you have a candle breaking this low, then I will wait for a pullback, get in, and now target those lows down here. This is our sell side liquidity. So that will be my confirmation. I'm waiting to see this low being taken out, wait for a pullback, then continue selling to the downside. So be patient with market, guys. Let's wait and see what the market will unfold. And by the way, guys, for those who want to learn this strategy one-on-one with me, I have a online mentorship. So make sure to find the link to my WhatsApp on the description of this video. Leave me a message there, and then I will guide you on how to join my mentorship classes. So that one being said, let's go to the next pair. We have another pair. Guys, I don't have anything good on gold. Currently, I don't have any good thing on gold. So on our previous analysis on gold, I was expecting gold to push a little bit higher and react from this support zone, because we saw we had this area here that gold was bouncing back. And from Monday, gold has been consolidating. You can see very clearly that within this area here, gold has been consolidating, and now we have broken this eye. Being this eye, I marked it as a targeted eye when the market was a little bit down here, and from there, the market has already taken out this high, and now we have what we call a break of structure. Let me remove this. So we have a break of structure on gold now to the upside. So now, what do we know? Once the market takes out the external structure, the internal structure becomes liquidity, and we have some kind of trend line liquidity within this area. We have some kind of trend line liquidity like that. So if gold can push a little bit down, take out this liquidity, and come to this support zone, then I will look for my buying opportunity from there. Let's look at higher time frame and see from 4-hour time frame. Good. Even from 4-hour time frame, within this support zone, we can see we have a fair value gap. So that makes this support zone to be a strong support zone for us. For us, market might come down here, come to fill this fair value gap, and maybe react from there, and we'll take our buys from there, shooting to the upside, targeting the all-time high above there. So that is what I have on gold. So let's be patient with gold and see what the gold will unfold. But to be honest, the gold does not have a clean chart. So let's do I have anything else? Guys, I think I don't have anything any other pair to analyze. Let's look at GBPUSD. Yeah, guys, I was looking to take a trade from this area, but now you see, now this is the importance of doing the waiting for confirmation. Once the market taps to here, this was my last break of structure. For those who are in my Telegram channel, you saw that I was looking to take a trade from this area, but I told you work with confirmation. So this is what I wanted to see. So I wanted to see this I gets taken out. Sorry. I wanted to see this I gets taken out and I have my change of character, wait for a pullback to get in and target that I. But market never did that, just went pullback, reacted from this FPG and kept dropping. And then I asked myself, because when a setup fails, I have to go back and ask myself where maybe I made a mistake or where did I go wrong. And then I went to 4-hour time frame and I saw something, guys, from the 4-hour time frame. Let me clean my chart from down here. And what did we see? There is something very nice. You see, the market here took out the buy side liquidity. You have the GBPJPY took out the buy side liquidity there. We had a sweep of liquidity. Now, I told you once the market takes out the buy side liquidity, expect market to go for the sell side liquidity. And now that's what Euro USD, GBP USD did, and it gave us a change of character within that area. We have this change of character to the downside. So once I have that, what else do I have? Now I expect the market to pull back to a PO high and then continue selling from there. But now what do we have here? The same, because now in this impulsive move to the downside, we don't have any liquidity uh, left here. We don't have any internal structure to be used as liquidity. So that means market came for this I to sweep this I as liquidity. That I was swept. We have a sweep of liquidity. The same thing happened here. The same thing that happened here. We had a sweep of liquidity, and then market went straight for this low. And now we have another break of structure to the downside. Like that. We have a break of structure to the downside. Now we have a new dealing range. So this is my swing high. So that is my swing high. That is my protected high or my strong high. And this low here is my weak low. I don't know whether this one is a confirmed swing low. So you need to go down to the lower time frame and check whether we have any change of character for it to confirm that this is a swing low. So now, where do you expect this JPY to come back to? You can see this fair value gap has been was mitigated by this I, and you can agree with me. We have some kind of weak for highs here as liquidity. So expect this pair to pull back, take out at least this internal liquidity, and from there, if you get a change of character from 15 minutes time frame, you can take your sell targeting these lows down here. So be watching this one, and if you get a good change of character from down here from the 15 minutes time frame, let's check whether you have any structure. You can see we don't have any good structure here, but unless something gets formed, but unless market forms something good from down here, we don't have any good structure as at now. So I think this is not a pair that I would like to trade that now. So let us see what will happen tomorrow and also on Friday, maybe on Sunday, when we are doing the next top-down analysis. I will update you on what would have happened on GBPUSD. So thank you guys for watching this video. So if you haven't subscribed, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and let's see you in the next video. So until next time, it's a bye bye for now.